Welcome to the Truth to You podcast, a daily dose of spiritual inspiration and encouragement for the whole family. I'm Pastor Scott, and I'm so glad you've joined us. Each day, we'll dive into God's Word with a devotional designed to bring your family closer to the Lord and to each other. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Truth to You podcast. It has been a while, and this is a summer review. And so I have my wife here, and we are going to talk about everything that happened since last recorded a podcast, which was way back in somewhere in April or May. I don't know. Things just got busy and crazy ministry-wide. And so we're here together, and we're going to take about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully no longer than that, and just kind of talk about things that happened. Okay. We should probably start. Yeah, we should probably start towards the end of the year, which was graduation. And not just the graduation around here. We saw a graduate at our school, Savannah Shanuda, graduated from the school here, and that was a great celebration. But we had some other people graduating as well. Some homeschoolers graduated.
We had more in our church.
And then at the beginning or the end of April, I graduated.
Again.
Which was a big deal, which is a reason why our lives have been so busy for the past couple of years. And I think the podcast sort of suffered a little bit as far as the frequency of uploading episodes, just because of the load that I was carrying with some of my schoolwork and whatnot.
Yes, our 5-year-old was like, "Why didn't Daddy graduate as a kid?" She was a little confused why you were graduating.
Yep, she thought that I had put off that high school graduation until my late 30s. But nonetheless, we did that, and that was a crazy day. There's a whole story behind what that was like when we showed up on campus for this graduation.
We almost missed it. We were running.
Turns out the campus was very large, and turns out we didn't have all of the right information as far as, step 1, step 2, step 3.
But we ended up running around.
We did, but it made for an even more memorable day.
Yes. We showed up all hot and sweaty, but we made it, and you graduated.
We made it. I'm glad that there were no speeches I needed to make. I'm glad it wasn't that special.
I barely made it.
I would have been pouring sweat and nasty
and
huffing and puffing as I ran up there. That would not have been good. But thus, that chapter came to a close.
No more graduations.
No more graduation.
You've done it all.
Till the next degree.
No, you've done it all. No more.
All right. So then after that, we went to teen camp. And how was this teen camp for you, dear?
Teen camp was pretty special. We had some great wins, had a few losses. But overall, I feel like we came away with most of everything we were really wanting or felt like maybe we were doing well at. But obviously, more important than winning anything, it was a really, really great week with messages and just the spiritual impact on our kids. I think was a huge success. There was at least one person who got saved. I know that.
Mm-hmm. And one of our teenagers.
Yeah, just a really special week together. So
for those who don't know, we go to the Bill Rice Ranch in Tennessee, and we've been doing that for a long, long time. The Lord gave us just a fantastic week. Lots of decisions that were made, and went to Cowboy Cookout. That's always fun. We enjoyed that, and Lord gave us safety coming back as well. Testimony time was just so enriching. Probably one of my favorite times of the whole week is when we get to talk about what the Lord has done and just get to hear the teens go on and on about what God's been doing in their heart. And this was new this time around because we had 2 boys that went to camp, and so getting to hear them, not only as their youth pastor but as their dad give testimonies, that was pretty special. So kind of a neat experience, to say the least. So that was good. Yeah.
And as the choir director, our choir ended up winning You're the choir director, not me.
No, I don't remember you standing up there with me.
No, but I do accompany, so I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was pianist for the choir.
Yeah, and the teens did such an awesome job singing. I was so surprised. I just exceeded any expectations that I might have had,
and one of the judges even said it's the best your choir has ever sounded. So that was
which
special.
was also interesting because then you're like, man, how bad have we sounded, in the past? What is that? But
I think we just kicked it up a notch.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was super proud of the teens. They were super pumped too whenever they heard that we won.
Just bragging on them.
Right.
Somebody in the choir, not in the choir, somebody sitting out there who was just listening to it said there were people behind them afterwards that were just like, wow. Like people, we've never had as many comments as we got this year.
It was pretty special.
The teens just really.
Yeah, I want to lift them up. I want to lift the Lord up, just allowing it all to come together. That was pretty special. And our summers didn't slow down. Our summer didn't slow down from there because just a few weeks beyond that, it was our missions trip. And what a trip it was.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah, went to Italy, took a good group of teenagers, learned so much. When you're in a small group like that, you really get to know the teens in a deeper way.
Right.
For better or for worse. No, I'm kidding. Always for better, mostly. It was a good time though. Maybe some of those teens are listening even now, reflecting on our time in Italy, of all places.
I would say missions trips probably are my favorite things we've ever done because of the small group setting, and because
it's true.
Especially overseas, it's the juniors and seniors, so it's the older kids. You can tend to have a little bit deeper conversations.
Yeah, which we love younger kids too. We have a couple, and we love them, so.
Yeah, but the small group setting really makes.
Yeah, it's a different
great environment.
Different dynamic, for sure. And we had some an awesome missionary family that we were with, the Maeda family. Just love the Lord and have such great vision for Italy. And Brother Maeda, I don't know anybody with a bigger heart for Italy and missions than him, and certainly was sharpened by his testimony and the testimony of the church family as well.
Yeah.
So that was a great trip.
It was. He took us to a lot of really neat places. He explained a lot of the history, church history, Baptist history of Italy, which was just so educational for everybody. We got to meet the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Pisa. That was pretty special, and just learned so much, and really was challenged by just the great need for the gospel in Italy.
Yeah. And when you say the First Baptist Church, you are not referring to a Southern Baptist church, but this is the First Baptist Church in Pisa.
Right.
A lot of times,
the name of the church.
Right. Yeah.
It's not called First Baptist Church.
No.
Do you remember what it was called?
It's literally the first.
The actual First Baptist Church.
Right. Yeah, that was so that was wonderful, great time, and we made some really great memories. We saw a lot of neat things. Went to a lot of you might say famous places. And this is part of what I loved. I mean, the challenge and what we talked to the teens a lot about is like, this is not a vacation. It's like, we're going to Italy, gondolas and, everything else. Let's take pictures. Let's, No. We were there. We were on a mission. And really the key that brought all of this together and helped, I think, the teens and keep everybody focused was Brother Maeda, who just kept the need of the gospel in Italy ever before us. And everywhere we went, anything famous we saw had a biblical connection, or Brother Maeda pointed out how the need of the people was either being met or there was still a need and that needed to be met. And so I felt like he kept our group extra focused, and I know I benefited from that. I know the teens did as well. We're getting ready to present actually this trip to our church here very shortly. And we've had a lot on the schedule around here, so we've not been able to do it yet, but we're going to get to it. And I'm excited for the church family to kind of hear a little more detail how the specifics of everything that we did over there in Italy. So that brings us up to after we got back just a couple weeks ago, and we have a ministry change to talk about, don't we?
We do.
We do.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one, and some of our listeners are already up to speed with this and understand that we have officially now, by the time that this is posted, we have transitioned out of our youth pastor role. And what a change it is. So that's kind of where we're at. We're excited about being able to take part in outreach and discipleship aspects of the church needs that we have, moving into another assistant pastor role. And we've been busy with some stuff, making lots of visits, making lots of connections with folks, and trying to just make a difference in people's lives as the Lord has us in this specific season. So
yeah.
Anything you might add to that?
Just that basically ever since we got married, we've been working with youth or with teens.
Right.
So that's 14 years of our lives. So it is going to take adjustment, period. That's what we've been doing our whole married life.
Adjusting or working in youth ministry?
Yes, I'm still adjusting
to
marriage.
That's an ongoing thing.
Oh, dear.
That's what's like being married to Pastor Scott.
It's an adjustment every day. No. Just adjusting to a new role and being, doing something different in the church. And it was funny, I tell people we sort of feel like empty nesters. We don't have groups of teens we're, guiding around everywhere. And a little bit, it's kind of like, okay, where do I fit now? I walk into church and I sort of like, is this what a visitor feels like?
Yeah, well, on Wednesday nights for sure, we're used to having teen time and
right, yeah,
all of that.
Like, I'm not used to coming to this service. I'm not, just a lot of things I'm not used to.
Yep.
So, it's all good and fine, but still some adjusting and...
Yeah. I want to say thank you. Thank you too. We had a fellowship a few nights ago, and church did some special things for us, and we're very thankful. Got to hear from some teens who were in the youth group.
The past 10 years.
Yeah, right. And got some precious notes from them, and just, stuff that, makes your eyes sweat a little bit. The men don't cry, their eyes just sweat. That's all it is.
The tears were had by all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say more than anything, it just made me grateful. Like, sometimes you don't think maybe you're making a difference, or you think like, does this really matter? Is anybody listening? All of those things, but... I
never had those thoughts, too.
Oh, okay, well, good for you.
Yeah, I think anybody who's ever been in, served in any type of aspect of ministry, has probably have those thoughts at some point.
Right.
But
so just to have, like, because it's been 10 years, it's, like, been a while.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's, like, over time, like, fruit takes time. And the last thing to grow on a tree is the fruit. So it's like you do a lot of work to get things to grow and all that. But to see the fruit of our labors, and not that the fruit's over, but just to see that in a small way was just really encouraging, and knowing that,
Yep. Indeed.
It's an ongoing thing, but in the span of lifetime, eternity, all that, to even think we've made a little difference,
Yeah.
It's just very fulfilling.
Yeah, and encouraging, and inspires me, and I'm sure you as well, for the next 10 years of ministry,
right.
Wherever and whatever that looks like. So anyway, what a summer. We just covered some big things, big events.
Very big.
I'm trying to keep it short for the listeners here. But, I guess maybe some folks are wondering what happens to the Truth to You podcast now that, I've sort of moved into another position. And the truth is, I have plans to keep it going.
It's still truth to you.
That is right. And originally my plan for this podcast, it started just as simply a ministry to our youth group, and it was designed just for teenagers, and it was sort of an elaboration or extension of the devotionals I was writing for them during the week. They could listen though and kind of get the extended version as well as hear some other things. And after several years, I found out that there were other adults who were also listening, so we kind of expanded a little bit and made more application to parents and kids and families and that sort of thing. So that's kind of been the identity of the podcast for the last couple of years, not so much exclusive to the teens. And so in my new role with discipleship and outreach, I'm going to continue this on. We've had several people ask us if we're going to keep it going, and so that's my desire, and so we're going to just keep on rolling with it. And I encourage you to check back, because got an episode that's going to air here soon, and it's going to talk about what will be the next area of study on the Truth to You podcast. And so that's what our summer has looked like. It's been a busy one, but it's been also fulfilling. God has been so good. And now we've started another school year, and just can't wait to see what the Lord has planned for this year. Any final thoughts as we close?
Just a huge thank you to all our listeners, and just to anybody connected with our church, even if you're not. But, it's just, I just feel like, through the summer, through the transition, all of that, I can't just help but be grateful and just give God the glory, and to, no matter where you find yourself at, to just keep your eyes on Jesus, and
amen.
Just keep showing up.
Couldn't agree with that more. So you go ahead and donate to the church. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's no donations here. Okay, we're not asking you to give anything. All right, wouldn't be worth anything anyway. All right, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.